Beloved, today in our Maronite rite, as you all know, the 3 Sundays before Lent are celebrated for the deceased. Last week we celebrated for the deceased priest. Today we're celebrating for this deceased righteous and just. And next week we'll be celebrating for all the faithful departed. Today is the traditional Maronite feast in honor of the saints. In the Latin Church, All Saints falls on November 1st. So today we remember the prophets, apostles, martyrs, hermits, ascetics, men and women religious, as well as all Christians who have led a holy life. We always ask for the intercession of the saints because they have the privilege of seeing God and became sharers in the heavenly kingdom. That's why we always pray for the saints. Many of us think that the saints are people who did not enjoy life like the rest of us. They give up so many pleasures and they make many sacrifices. But the truth is very different. The saints are the happiest people who ever lived on earth. How? Because there is one essential ingredient to happiness. And almost everyone acknowledges it as essential, but very few live by it. And this one essential ingredient is sacrificial love. Mothers and fathers are happy because they sacrifice themselves for their children. Husbands and wives are happy because they sacrifice themselves to one another. And the saints are ultimately happy because they have sacrificed themselves to the greatest love of all, which is the love of God. But we have to realize that the most important ingredients for happiness is only available for those who really desire it and are willing to give up everything else for it. Jesus says, what does it profit the person if he wins the whole world and loses his soul? The world seems big, but no matter how big it is and no matter how long it's going to last, it is passing away. But our souls never pass away. So the gospel today presents Jesus as reigning as king over the whole universe, sitting on the throne of his majesty and judging all his creatures. How does he measure the quality of our lives? How does he measure that? It is by how many possessions we have, or how many accomplishments, or how many friends we have. Actually, you all know it's none of these. Jesus will judge us by how much we love. So Jesus asked Peter 3 times, do you love me? The sheep go to heaven, who go to heaven, are those who love Jesus by caring for those who came to be into their lives. The goats are condemned to hell. Who are condemned to hell are those who did not love, who did not take the opportunity to care for others. So the sheep saw the opportunity to love and acted on it, and the goats lived as if they were not accountable for their actions. So, beloved, the human mind is directed towards God, our mind. At the end of our lives, we want to see the beatific vision. That means we want to see God. This is the aim of every soul. Every human soul is to see God at the end of the life. That's the whole thing. And it all works out to be on how did we live our lives here on earth. And today, that same question arises for all of us today. Are we ready if Jesus shows up sometime this year? Are we ready if the second coming is this year? Are we all ready? Or are we waiting for any signs to get ready and be prepared? Beloved, you know, throughout all the Gospels, it says The day will come like a thief when no one is expecting. Are we living our lives in a way that is pleasing to God? So many of us want to stop the major sins that we have. But we say, let me do it one more time right now. Let me fill up my pockets, and then I will stop. Let me drink a little bit more. Let me continue with my lustful actions a little more, and I'll stop when I can. Let me enjoy life. But there comes a time when we must be ready. But the problem is the timing. Are we preparing ourselves for the last judgment? Are we living a life that leads to heaven? Now, when we say last judgment, some people get afraid. They get nervous. And some think, Lord, I am not ready. But hear this. God does not give us the last judgment to scare us. He doesn't want to scare us. God is not a person who will scare us. He gives it so we can be prepared. He wants to prepare us. And so, how do we prepare? We prepare by living every day in a way that brings us closer to Jesus. Not perfect, just closer. It doesn't have to be perfect. God is not looking for perfection. He is looking for direction. Are we going closer to Him? Are we moving toward Him? Are we trying step by step, prayer by prayer, choice by choice, to walk in the way of Christ? If we are trying, even if it's not perfect, then we are already preparing our heart for heaven. When someone hurts us, do we at least try to forgive? And when we see someone in need, do we try to show love and compassion? Beloved, heaven is not earned for our goodness. Heaven is given through God's grace. He gives it for us for free. But the way we live shows whether we are grateful to that gift. A life that leads to heaven is a life that keeps saying like this, Lord, I am trying, help me, and He will help you. The thing is, are we going to work it out of fear, or are we going to work it out of trust? Beloved, today we are all at a crossroad. Are we ready to reroute? Are we ready to make our ways His ways? Every time we listen to this, we say, maybe later, and then later does not come. That's how the evil one tricks us. Postpone it for now. Get it done later. It's okay. Then later never comes, and it's all gone, because that's the game that is played. It's like a record that repeats itself over time and every time. Today, I am asking all of you to reroute like the GPS. So if you think that sainthood is not for you, even though it's for all of us, and the proof is Saint Augustine, became a saint, and he's done all his life. We don't want to try. Why don't we try something that has worked for everyone in the spiritual life and made the light of Christ shine through them? It is the universal call to holiness. God is not asking again. He's not asking for perfection. He's asking for direction. Heaven is not for the perfect only. It's for the people like you and me who allow God to shine through their lives. It's for the person who forgives and lives a life that leads to heaven. So let us prepare our hearts. Let us reroute to begin to walk with Christ surely and faithfully. Then, when the last judgment comes, we won't meet a stranger. We will meet the one who has loved us all along. It'll be a time of blessings and a welcome time of joy. Dear Lord, what is that you want from me at this time in my life? That's the question that every one of us needs to ask. Prepare me, Lord, for your second coming. I realize I cannot do it on my own. It's only through your grace that you can make me ready. Amen.